All right. Today we are going to be talking about how to determine your body fat percentage. And there are multiple ways to do this, but I'll explain them a little bit more in detail. If you have the time, listen in. If not, try to get the scope of it and take it with you. So I'm going to talk about first the hydrostatic weighing or underwater weighing. If you've never heard of this is basically what they do is they will weigh you outside the water. This will be your weight, and then they will weigh you in the water, and then that's basically the displacement that you have, the total body displacement. And so they'll estimate, they'll subtract the weight outside the water by the weight inside the water, and then they'll determine some type of body fat percentage on a calculation that they do. Sorry, I'm still kind of sniffly, so I'm breathing through my mouth. Okay, so another way that they do this is the bod pod. If you've ever heard of that, it's an air displacement method. And basically what it is, you'll weigh yourself outside the bod pod. You'll take your initial weight, body weight, and then you get into the bod pod with minimal clothing, and then it'll basically displace how much volume you are taking up in that bod pod, and then it'll tell whatever logarithm that they use to establish your body fat percentage. So these are two good ways to establish body fat percentage, but for most people, if you're like me, you can't get a hold of neither of them. So you probably use the bioelectrical impedance. So if you don't know what that is, that's basically that thing that you go to the gym with and you could stand on, you put your hands and feet on, and you just press a couple buttons and it'll tell you, pump out a paper that tells you the body fat percentage, your water, your weight, and all that good stuff. So let me explain to you what that is. So the bioelectrical impedance is basically what its goal idea is that sorry, once again, I'm breathing from my mouth because I'm a mouth breather, and my nose is clogged. So where was I? Okay, so yeah, they it sends a little current through your body and it doesn't hurt. So I'm not being like I guess like machismo by saying this, but you won't feel it. So it sends like a little current through your body, and the idea is that your fat is resistance. So the more fat you have, the more resistance you have, and therefore the more it will tell you, okay, well, you have more fat because you have more resistance through the current. You have more pushing back on the current. Sorry. Okay. So the things that's wrong with this is that they do have things that are only in your hands, and then only ones that are your feet. Because I've seen some at Walmart and other places like Walgreens, I believe, that they have a scale that you put it on the floor, and it's like, oh, check your body fat percentage and your weight at the same time. The thing that's wrong with this is that, yeah, it will check your body fat percentage, but it won't be very, very wrong, but it will be wrong because it's going to be only the determinants of your lower body. It will go right from the left leg to the right leg, or the right leg to the left leg. It doesn't really matter, but no matter, it will tell you like, okay, so this is your only body. So if you are one of those people that holds a lot of weight at their hips and lower, then of course your body fat percentage is never going to go down. It's always going to say, oh, you're really, really fat. So even if you are not very fat, you will still see that on the scale. So anyways, there's also one where it's a handheld, so you don't have to stand on anything to check your weight. It basically sends that impulse through your hands. And the thing wrong with that is that if you're a male, you probably have a lot of muscle in the upper body, and so it'll probably say that you have a low body fat percentage when you really don't, and it's pretty misleading. And I know I've tried it before, and I didn't like the way that I said it because it told me I was like 8% of the body fat at the time, and then I went to go do it on the hand and feet one where I was 12%. So I really just got let down. So either way, be prepared if you're going to be using either of those to have something change when you go do the one that has the feet and the hands. So I recommend those. I recommend that you use the one that has the handhelds and the feet connections at the same time. And you can find those at most gyms because they hold that, because it's not very, very expensive like hydrostatic weighing or the bod pod, and they don't take too much time to do. Now, there's also another one that most scientists use, and it's called the DEXA. The DEXA is a dual X-ray energy, I don't know, something like that. Anyways, it's called DEXA, and DEXA is like the gold standard of percentage of body fat. So if you can get a hold of a DEXA scan, then you probably have the best estimated body fat percentage of all the ones that I just explained. The problem with this is you probably won't even find any of them outside of a research lab. So good luck with that. But for the general public, I would recommend the bioelectrical impedance if you can find one. And there is also another way to use it. There's a calipers. You can use the calipers, but you have to have like a partner do this with you. The calipers, it's basically like taking skin fold measurements, and there's a lot of ways that they well, I've seen multiple ways that they've said to do it, but basically it's like taking the fat in your tricep, in your abdominal, close to your umbilical or your belly button, and then I think there's some that take the hamstring, if I'm not mistaken, or the quad. Anyway, so you would probably have to look that one up. I won't explain too much on that one because this video's taking a little longer than I thought. So anyways, if you guys have any other questions, concerns, please reach out to me, send me a comment, shoot me a message, and once again, thank you for listening, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.